Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching an India Today special broadcast speech Analytica. We did this the first time on Independence Day when we did a live analysis of Prime Minister Modi's speech. We'll do it again in a short while from now as the Prime Minister speaks in Dausa in Rajasthan. This is his 12th and last rally in the semi-final of 2018. We're also tracking what's happening in court. Michel being presented. The CBI expecting 15 days custody. We've got reporters all across the national capital covering this and on the election battlefield in Rajasthan. Let me introduce you to the editors who are joining us on this broadcast and give you also a sense of what we'll do over the next 1 hour, starting with our National Affairs editor, Rahul, flanking him, long-time India Today hand Javed Ansari. Anshuman Tiwari is joining us, runs India Today Hindi magazine. Balkrishnan is our fact-check editor. We've got Shweta Punch from India Today magazine and Srijana, who's the editor for Daily Om. Welcome to all of you. In a quick snapshot, what we'll do over the next 50-odd minutes when the Prime Minister speaks in Dausa is break down his speech. What we've got is a word cloud which is already ready. Our team has looked at the past speeches the Prime Minister has made in Rajasthan. We will give you a sense of what his thrust is. What is it that he's focusing on? What are the areas that he's ignoring? So far, for example, just to give you a snapshot of what to expect, in Jodhpur, the Prime Minister spoke 22 times about Hindutva. That's the one word he spoke of the maximum number of times in the 54-minute speech he made in Jodhpur. Another interesting factoid, for example, he spoke of Bhairav Singh Shekhawat twice in Jodhpur, while he spoke of Vasundhara Raje only once. So the Chief Minister was mentioned only once. Bhairav Singh Shekhawat, the man who helped set up the BJP in Rajasthan, was spoken of more than the current Chief Minister. So you'll get such nuggets. What do they suggest? Why is he saying what he is? What's the message? What's the narrative he's trying to spin? We'll focus on that. We'll have all these editors breaking it down. You'll see that coming on the ticker band at the bottom of the screen, the scroll that you see, and you'll see our thrust analysis and our word cloud analysis as well. Just for a moment, while we wait for the Prime Minister's helicopter to land in Dausa, I want to show you the attack he launched on the Gandhi family and on the Congress at Pali when he spoke this morning in his penultimate speech, a scathing attack by the Prime Minister on the Gandhi family. This after Augusta middleman Michel was brought back to India late last night.
मैंने कहा था हेलीकॉप्टर कांड हुआ था कि नहीं हुआ था, हजारों करोड़ का घपला हुआ था कि नहीं हुआ था, देश में वीवीआईपी हेलीकॉप्टर, और वो चिट्ठी तो मालूम होगी, मैडम सोनिया जी की चिट्ठी है, वीवीआईपी हेलीकॉप्टर। भाइयों बहनों, हम लगे सरकार में आने के बाद सारी फाइलें कागजें पता नहीं कहां कहां लगा दिया था, ढूंढते रहे और उसमें से एक राजदार हाथ लग गया। ये दलाली का काम करता था। हिंदुस्तान के ये नामदारों के यार दोस्तों को वो कटकी देता था, उनका ख्याल रखता था। भागा हुआ था, इंग्लैंड का नागरिक था, दुबई में रहता था, शस्त्रों का सौदागर था, हेलीकॉप्टर बेचने खरीदने में दलाली का काम करता था, राजनेताओं को सेवा शुश्रूषा दुबई में करने का काम करता था। भाइयों बहनों, आज आपने अखबारों में पढ़ा होगा, भारत सरकार कल दुबई से उसको उठा करके ले आई है। अब ये राजदार राज खोलेगा, पता नहीं बात का तक पहुंचेगी, कितनी दूर तक पहुंचेगी। अब मुझे बताइए, एक चाय वाला ये सब कैसे कर पा रहा है भाई?
That's a scathing attack, make no mistake about it. The Prime Minister and his government have been under attack from the Congress over the Rafale deal. Now they've got the ultimate Razdar, he says, somebody who understands the secrets of the family. So far, Michel has denied that he paid money to the Gandhi family and to any member of the Congress, but now there is Christian Michel physically in India? Will he change his tune in custody? That's what the Prime Minister and the BJP would naturally be hoping for. The Congress is trying to fight back. We spoke to multiple Congress leaders. I'll show you first what senior Congress leader and former External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid had to say about Christian Michel being extradited from Dubai to India.
I'm joined by senior Congress leader, also former External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid. Mr. Khurshid, the Bharatiya Janata Party has not wasted any time to claim that to extradite and get Christian Michel here to India is probably a huge achievement against corruption. Do you think this is also going to be used very clearly to target the UPA government, because that was the scam taking place in then UPA government?
Well, you could do what you like. I mean, they can do what they like. And we could counter it by saying, was there any special interest in Mr. Michel, who doesn't seem to be indicted by any other court in the country, in the world, certainly not by the courts in UK, courts in Italy or elsewhere. Was there any special interest in bringing him here, and no interest in getting Nirav Modi here, and no interest in getting Mr. Malia here? So I think it shows the pettiness of a government that is tom-tomming something which is routine. This is something that should have been in by...
Why do you call it routine? Because the BJP chief Amit Shah says, doesn't the opposition want us to get corrupt people back? Why such statements?
Well, the opposition wants the corrupt people to come, but the opposition also wants something to do with the corrupt people who are here. I mean, Mr. Amit Shah is not the person who should be speaking about this. Has he disclosed and made a clean breast of the questions that have been asked about the money that has been made by his son? Now, you know, it's all very well to pick and choose and say, this is corruption, this is not corruption, this is us, this is you. So corruption is you and cleanliness is we. Now, that kind of thing is going to wash in this country. People are corrupt, please take action against them. But the action that's to be taken against corrupt people must be taken by agencies that are independent and agencies that are tasked with the job of dealing with corrupt people. Are they?
Are you saying CBI is not independent right now?
I'm not saying it. The Supreme Court is saying it. I mean, what is going on? Why is the Supreme Court burdened with this problem of CBI versus CBI?
Is there a fear within the Congress party, perhaps, that there was a controversy in the past, that now probably names in the top family of the Congress party, from the Gandhis or otherwise, or some senior leaders, could be named, and that is why the Congress party may be a little skeptical now?
We're not skeptical at all. I mean, aren't Congress leaders being named, and aren't Congress leaders being dragged into court, and aren't Congress leaders being told to pay more income tax than before, and matters are in court? We're not concerned. We know what this government is. We know the nature of the functioning of this government. But fortunately, this country has institutions. It has institutions like yours, which is the media, under enormous stress, under enormous pressure, but still free in places. And then we have the judiciary, which is upright, which has held out the flame of liberty in this country, and therefore we are not worried. We are not worried, and ultimately our strength lies in what will happen in 2019. So they should count their days rather than make us worry about what's happening to us.
But the fact that he's been brought back, and there is this allegation that it was about 30 million euros given to politicians and people even in the forces or in top positions, that there would be definitely some names tumbling out. Will you go by the statement and use the defense of what the lawyer had said earlier of Christian Michel, that there was pressure, or will you just wait and watch how this pans out?
Why? We don't need to go by anybody, but it's a fact that...
What happens when names come out?
Well, let the names come out, but why did the names not come out earlier? Why were names sought earlier and they didn't come out? So the lawyer has said the names didn't come out because he was a free man. Now, what is the follow-up on that? The names come out when he is not a free man. So let us see. But we are not worried because our names are going to be taken. We are not going to be worried. I think the BJP should worry because. But just look at what is happening with Rafael. I mean, why don't they answer? Why don't they answer what's happening with Rafael? Why don't they come clean about what's happening with Rafael?
Are you saying this is a distraction from Rafael?
from distraction from Rafale, not alone. This is distraction from complete and utter failure all over the country. You don't have to travel far, just go to Bulandshahr and you'll find out that what the failure of the BJP government, both at the centre and the states is.
Why would you compare the two?
Is the life of a person. I mean, it's all very well to say we want to have a country that's clean and we want to fight corruption, but what about the life of that important official that we have lost in Bulandshahr only because goons have been let loose by this government all over the country?
My final question, sir. Of course, it is about the UPA tenure, so there will be controversies that will come up. There will be cross-questioning likely. Is there a Congress strategy or some sort of preparation with regard to how this situation and this investigation is going to pan out?
I'm sure there is. I mean, I can't, if I know it, I can't tell you this publicly, but I'm sure there is. We need to. We will need to ring fence our leaders. We'll need to ensure that we are in touch with our best minds. We have enough.
That's Salman Khurshid, the Congress putting out a detailed press statement as well, saying it's the Congress party that actually cancelled the Augusta contract and started going after the middleman. The question here really is of setting the narrative, trying to capture mind space. Remember, even in the 2G scam, in the verdict, all the accused got away. So it's not so much about what happens in the end, it's about what happens between December and April. Can the BJP and the Prime Minister set the agenda, making the Gandhi family out to be crooks, and will people believe that? And can the Congress fight back? BJP President Michel was also asked about Michel being brought back. This is what he had to say.
पूरे राजस्थान में दूर दूर तक देखे भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता पार्टी को जिताने में लगा है और कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता मिशेल क्या कहेंगे उसको लेकर डर में बैठे हैं। राजदार भागे हैं, घोटाले करने वाले यही है। राजदार लाए जाएंगे और यहाँ घोटाले करेंगे, वो भी सत्ते में आएंगे।
क्रिश्चियन मिशेल ये और इसके पिताजी सोनिया गांधी से बहुत निकट के थे, तो उसी को अगस्ता वेस्टलैंड ने चुना कि तुम्हारी इस परिवार के साथ इतने रिश्ते हैं कि तुम जाकर समझौता कराओ। तो आज मैं कहता हूं कि इनका जो इसमें पकड़े जाना और सजा होना निश्चित है और ये बहुत बड़ा कदम हमारी सरकार ने ली है इसको वापस लाने के।
जहाँ तक बिचौलियों का प्रश्न है, बिचौलियों का पूरा जांच पड़ताल होनी चाहिए
जी।
और कांग्रेस पार्टी कभी ऐसी धौंस दपट में आने वाली नहीं है। हमारा हर प्रकार से जो भी काम है पाक साफ है, कोई डरने की बात नहीं है।
The Prime Minister expected to land in Dausa in about 10 minutes from now. 13,000 people await him. This will be his last rally. The question is, to what extent will Michel help in Rajasthan? Will it be a factor? Can word? Remember, it's not about what you see on TV. It's about sending the message down to every village. Can that happen, given that voting is just a couple of days away? Javed Ansari, Rahul Shrivastava with us. I'll start with Javed. Can this in any way, they'll try and make this a factor. The Prime Minister spoke about this in Pali. He may do so again when he speaks in Dausa. Can this become a factor by the 7th of December? It's too late for this.
I think it's come too late as far as Rajasthan is concerned. The hope in the BJP camp is that not Rajasthan, but at least in the run-up to 2019, this will help change the narrative from Rafale to AgustaWestland. Whether that will happen or not, we don't know. But because till date, Michel has been saying that the BJP, Government of India, has been trying to strong-arm him into naming the Gandhi family, name him other leaders of the Congress party. So whether he rescinds, whether he takes back what he has said, and whether not before the CBI, what he says before the court under 164A is more important. Whether he will tell the magistrate what he's been saying.
Because so far, Rahul, whenever this question was asked, where are the economic fugitives? Where are the middlemen? Whom have you taken action against? The BJP had nothing to show for all their talk. Now they've got Michel. You know, they've got him in their custody. But so far, he's denied paying money to the Gandhi family. The critical question is, in custody, will he change that tune?
Rahul, there are 2-3 elements to Christian Michel. One is the Rafale counter. If the Congress has been raising Rafale, this is a counter to that. The BJP maintains that Rafale is not an issue on the ground, then how will AgustaWestland be an issue? But leave alone, politicians and political parties don't spare an effort. If there is some segment which will buy this, they will raise this. The second element is, can this be an attack on the Congress's first family, as in the past the BJP has done? If you see Mr. Shah's statement and the Prime Minister's statement today, they are bordering on caution. The caution is that they have said, Kya Raz Kholega? They have not targeted the family or AP, all those acronyms which are there in that handwritten note. That is because they are not very sure what Christian Michel will say or what will happen in the courts. But definitely, today the Prime Minister's speech has indicated that this will unfold in the
no, but I have a different theory, and I want to ask Anshuman Tiwari about this. Is not ultimately what happens in court, whether they're able to convict him or not. It's between December and April, the narrative the BJP can spin around having Christian Michel in their custody, beat their chest, keep attacking the Gandhi first family, push the Gandhis on the defensive. So far, the Congress was attacking on Rafael. Now they're forced to duck and defend.
Definitely, Rahul, because the attack is the best strategy when you're defending anti-incumbency, and that's what we are seeing consistently over the last two weeks. Prime Minister is not defending the report card of Shivraj Singh Chauhan or Raman Singh or Vasundhara Raje. He's attacking Congress party, and now things have reached where I expect this final speech will set the agenda beyond these state elections, because he's trying to change a complete new narrative. From here down the line up to February, you will see Rafael versus AgustaWestland, and Prime Minister and government will not leave any stone unturned to put Christian Michel into the helm of the affairs and put it into the in the context that yes, there's another Bofors has happened. So this is the reason why this timing is very important, is bringing him that he will definitely look beyond the Rajasthan
But remember, if you've been watching our political stock exchange over multiple weeks in different states, the data suggested that voters didn't connect very much with Rahul Gandhi's attack on Rafael. In several states, up to 89% of the voters hadn't even heard of the scam, and they didn't believe that the BJP and the Prime Minister were guilty. But, Shrujana, the ability of the BJP to amplify a message with all the social media army that they have at their disposal in comparison with the Congress is far more substantial. They can make a bigger noise, and in election season, that noise can be deafening.
Absolutely. I think we will see them making that noise. It will grow louder and louder with 2019 approaching. But Rahul, I have another perspective to add here, which is that it was very interesting. In his prior speech, the Prime Minister said, "Ek chai wala ne kaise Augusta Westland ke us aadmi ko wapas laya?" Meaning Christian Michel. So how did the chaiwala do this? He is going to build on this chaiwala narrative, who, as a chaiwala who's brought this guy back to provide accountability, to provide answers. So it's going to be very much me, the chaiwala, the common man, like you, the common man. We are all in this together, and they are the elite, they are the corrupt. So it's going to be an us versus them, in which the Prime Minister will bring himself to the level of the voter.
I want to go across to our two reporters on the ground in Rajasthan, Sharat Kumar and Devankur are joining us on this broadcast. Sharat is our bureau chief. Devankur is the India Today television correspondent in Rajasthan. I want to go across to Dev first. Dev, what was the response to the Pali rally? How soon does the Prime Minister land in Dausa? And what is it, as our reporter on the ground, that you're expecting the Prime Minister to touch on in this big speech?
Landed.
Well, Rahul, the Prime Minister has already landed in Dausa. As far as his Pali rally, which happened before the Dausa one, is concerned, there were around 15,000 people who had turned out there. The people were in anticipation. They realized that today is the last day of campaigning in Rajasthan, and they were out there to listen to the Prime Minister speak. The Prime Minister, as anticipated, hit out at the Gandhi family. He spoke about Christian Michel. He mentioned that a middleman has been brought out. He has several secrets up his sleeves, which will be revealed during in the due course. And he also spoke about Rafael. He also spoke about how for generations it's the Gandhi families who have been ruling in the country, and if there is any lack of development, if there are any issues which are plaguing the country, then primarily it's the Gandhi family which is responsible for that. We have also seen in different parts of Rajasthan. He has tried to strike a chord in Rajasthan. He knows that the incumbent government is that of the BJP. There is a certain sense of resentment amongst the people as far as Vasundhara Raje is concerned, and he has tried to negate that by mentioning that it is the BJP which is there at the center, and if the BJP gets repeated in the state, then there is a lot of developmental work which can be done. He also knows that along with Rajasthan, there is Madhya Pradesh, there is Chhattisgarh, which also have seen polls, and he maintains that it's the BJP at the center which will be working and ensuring that that the work that has been lacking in Rajasthan that gets taken care of. I would also like to bring in.
Ask Sharat this question, Devankur. The question that I have for Sharat is, Dev, the question I have for Sharat is, how much of an impact is the Prime Minister's last leg blitzkrieg making in the battlefield of Rajasthan? We saw data suggest that Vasundhara Raje is rather unpopular. Can Modi's popularity, in his view, offset some of the unpopularity of Vasundhara Raje?
ये जो राहुल जो मैंने भाषण सुना, ये पिछली बार जो विधानसभा चुनाव हो रहे थे तो उसमें सबसे आखिरी सभा पाली सुमेरपुर की थी। वहां जिस पिछली बार जब आए थे तो जो नरेंद्र मोदी ने एक सपना बेचा था कि हम जवाई बांध में नर्मदा का पानी लेकर आएंगे। उस समय जब पिछली बार की रैलियों में ये बताते थे कि हम क्या करेंगे, ख्वाब दिखाते थे, लेकिन इस बार वो ख्वाब जो है मिसिंग है। इस बार केवल अटैकिंग है, केवल किसी तरह से कोशिश एक नजर आ रही है प्रधानमंत्री की कि जो नाराजगी के मुद्दे हैं वसुंधरा राजे के, वो कहीं न कहीं ढक जाएं, भारत माता में ढक जाएं, गोत्र में ढक जाएं, रावत वाड्रा में ढक जाएं। आप देखिए रावत वाड्रा इस पूरे चुनाव में कहीं नहीं था। पिछले बार आपको याद होगा कि बीजेपी के दिल्ली के दफ्तर में दामाद जी सीडी रिलीज की गई थी रविशंकर प्रसाद और अर्जुन मेघवाल के जरिए, लेकिन पूरे चुनाव में रावत वाड्रा कल आया है और आज आया है। तो कहीं न कहीं एक डिस्पैरेशन दिख रही है बीजेपी के अंदर कि किसी तरह से जो नाराजगी के मुद्दे हैं उसे ढक दिया जाए और जो सुनने वाले हैं, जो भाषा सुनने वाले हैं, जो लोग हैं, उन्हें इन चीजों में फंसाया जाए जो कि ज्यादा इमोशनल हैं। देखिए राहुल, अभी भी हमारे यहाँ अपने कितने भी पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं सिनेमा हॉल में जाकर ये जानते हुए कि ये काल्पनिक चरित्र है हीरो हीरोइन का, आंसू गिरा देते हैं, रो लेते हैं। और इसका फायदा कहीं न कहीं लग रहा है कि नरेंद्र मोदी उठाना चाहते हैं और हो भी रहा है। जिस तरह से उन्होंने नैरेटिव्स को चेंज किया है पिछले 3-4 दिनों में, जो एक फेंस सीटर थे, कहा जाता है कि राजस्थान में इस बार बहुत ज्यादा फेंस सीटर है, करीब 12% वोटर हैं जो अनडिसाइडेड है। और वही उसी अनडिसाइडेड वोटर के को बीजेपी के पक्ष में करने के लिए ये जुगत भिड़ा रहे हैं नरेंद्र मोदी। और बहुत ज्यादा असर नहीं पड़ेगा क्योंकि आजकल वोटर इतना इन्फॉर्म्ड है कि पहले से माइंड मेकअप करके रखता है। लेकिन फिर भी जो कोशिश है नरेंद्र मोदी की, वो कम से कम 2-3% लोगों को अपने पास ला सकते हैं। जिस तरह की भाषा वो बोल रहे हैं, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ जिसे मिशेल का मुद्दा उठाया है उन्होंने, इन सारे मुद्दों को उठाकर कहीं न
Bala, give our viewers a sense of the data crunching that you did of the past speeches of Modi in the Rajasthan campaign trail. What's been his focus so far?
So one interesting thing that we found is that Modi is, unlike Rahul Gandhi, Modi is focusing on different issues at different places, and he's very particular as a strategy. He has been focusing on different subjects. He has been tweaking his speech. Like when speaking in Jodhpur, he concentrated on the urban issues. He talked about Hindutva. But while talking rural areas, he's focusing on farmers, harping on farmers, using farmers word like farmers. And loan waiver as much as 15 to 20 times in his speech. So that is one thing that we can see in Dausa. Like Dausa, we can expect him to talk a lot about farmers because Sachin Pilot, his father Rajesh Pilot, was a popular leader there. So we expect him to talk about farmers there.
But Shweta, one of the things seems to be, like we saw in Gujarat, the focus in the last phase a lot on emotive issues that Sharat was pointing about, and not so much about Roti, Kapda, Vikas. It's not so much the development narrative as much as it is about Hindutva, as much as it is about Christian Michel, corruption, the Gandhi first family, and seeking answers from the opposition.
Yeah. So one thing that I've observed during these campaign rallies is that there's a direct connect that he has with the people. There are no intermediaries that he needs to drive that connect. He doesn't need another person because he projects himself as one of them. Namdar versus Kamdar. I'm one of you. They are the, that's the Rahul Gandhi, the Gandhi family is the elite. So his attacks have been very emotive, like you've pointed out. And he's barely mentioned Vasundhara Raje. He's spoken about how Rajasthan was once a Bimaru state, but it's no longer one. But beyond that, he's clearly been attacking the Congress. And with Christian Michel, I think he's just, the corruption narrative, comes to a close. It started in 2014 and he's going to probably close this entire campaign.
But not really.
With the
it comes to a close if Christian Michel says something that indicts somebody in
No,
the
but
opposition.
it's also perception
Yeah,
management.
sure. So it's a lot
right?
of perception
Yeah.
management. There is no dispute about that. The Prime Minister, we're told, has landed in Dausa. He's on his way to the stage. We've got cameras there. We'll be live from Dausa. You've got all these eminent editors here. They'll be giving you perspective. Our fact-check desk will be looking at the various announcements, comparing them with the data that we have publicly available. You'll also see a word cloud. Okay, so you see it on your screen right now. The thrust areas of the Prime Minister. We'll compare this with how it's changing as the campaign goes along. Of course, today you can expect a big thrust on Christian Michel, the AgustaWestland case and the Gandhi family. But we'll also look at how this compares with speeches he's made over the last few days. Christian Michel currently being taken to the court. This is the CBI headquarters. He'll be taken to a lower magistrate where he'll be presented. The CBI will seek 15 days of custody. And remember, frankly, this could have happened two ways. The judge could have come here, the Metropolitan Magistrate could have come, it could have happened inside the CBI headquarters. There are ways of doing it. But since this is so much about the optics, it's so much about, you know, putting him out there now that you've got him, he will be taken. There will be the visual opportunity of him being pulled out. We've got our man. Rahul, that's key. You know, you can do this inside the CBI headquarters. If there is a risk like there is to the likes of, say, Chota Shakil or Chota Rajan, for example, Chota Rajan wouldn't step out. It happens inside. But with this guy, they'll take him out. They'll parade him.
Didn't happen with Kasab. The government, this is a trophy. This is definitely a trophy. And the government wants to keep this trophy alive till the time the 2019 elections happen, because I don't think that the opposition is going to silence his guns as far as the Soot Boot ki Sarkar, helping the rich, allowing fraudsters to escape narrative is not going to end from the opposition side. So the government will continue doing that. And it's at one level, it is perhaps, if you match it, the Prime Minister's last few speeches has had some 30, 40 odd mentions of the farmers. So there is an attempt to build from on the farmers, that the government has worked for the farmers, is trying to deal with the corrupt. I think that's the kind of counter the Prime Minister is trying to build.
Ashutosh Mishra now joins us from Patiala House Court. Give our viewers a sense of what the CBI's plea will be and what the defense of Michel's lawyers is. Who does he have as his lawyer? His Italian lawyer, we're told, is asking for an Indian visa. What will Michel's team be saying?
What we have heard, Rahul, that the defense counsel for Christian Michel have approached 3 Indians lawyer, but we'll have to see who are those lawyers who will be appearing at Patiala House Court. And 30 to 35 minutes from now, what we have been told that Christian Michel will be taken here at Patiala House Court. The arrangements have been made. The special police team, the SWAT commandos, they have been deployed. Remember, this such a high-profile and high-value asset the CBI, the Indian agencies have got after the the huge success, the extradition from Dubai. So all the extradition treaties and the conditions need to be abided by the Indian agencies. His security needs to be strengthened, that need to be taken care of. So 35 minutes from now, he'll be taken here at Patiala House Court and he'll be produced before the special CBI court judge. Now CBI will put all the papers to seek the further police custody for remand. And remember, there are a number of evidences that CBI claims it has got during the the raid by the Swiss companies and several other companies. But at the same time, we're also hearing that if CBI gets remand of Christian Michel for 2 weeks, there could be possibility that they can further approach and get the bail of the former Air Force Chief Tyagi get cancelled, because the CBI will try to make confrontation and the the conversation between 2 accused, almost all the accused, those who are involved in the Augusta chopper scam. So this is just the start. But as we we have heard the interview that Christian Michel that gave to India Today, Ankit Kumar, when he said that how Indian agencies have been pressurizing him or cutting a deal to name UPA leaders for his freedom. So if he maintains the same stand before the CBI court, then it could be a setback for the agency, the probing on the eve of elections and taking this issue, because we know this more than the legal battle. This will be fought on the political line. We have heard the BJP Supremo Amit Shah raking up this issue in Rajasthan. We have heard the Prime Minister naming Sonia Gandhi and talking about this issue. We have heard BJP leaders and then Congress also going defensive about it, because one side, when the opposition party is cornering BJP on the Rafale jet alleged scam, at the same time, the Indian agencies got the Augusta chopper middleman. This is going to spark the political debate.
Okay, the Prime Minister is currently on the stage in Dausa. Kirorilal Meena is welcoming him. I want to show you some pictures from the last speech that the Prime Minister will be making. We're all set. with the India Today speech Analytica. He's got this very colorful Rajasthani pagdi, which has been a part of his attire several times in the national capital, but especially so in Rajasthan. He likes the color, he likes the pomp, he likes the show, and this is going to be quite a cracker of a speech, Rahul, given the fact that this will mark the conclusion. And really the mood in the BJP camp is, if we can pull off a victory in Rajasthan, then we're invincible in 2019.
Rahul, what is very interesting is that in his rallies in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh also we saw that he's not only, as you said, trying to create those perfect Kodak moments in terms of the kind of pagdi he wears, the kind of elements, as Bala said, about in his speech, but also the kind of lineup of leaders who stand behind him. You know, if there is a constituency where there are more Brahmins, so yesterday we found that somebody like the MOS Finance, Mr. Shukla was there. It's kind of creating the most perfect optics. The idea is there. I think this speech is going to be critical because I think in the last 2 days what I have realized, less of Vasundhara Raje happening in the speeches, much more of the Prime Minister coming in. These three states, Chhattisgarh, MP and Rajasthan, represented those states where it was not all about Narendra Modi. Three leaders were like regional satraps, Raman Singh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Vasundhara Raje. But in this election, suddenly we find that the Prime Minister is pushing forward, taking the mantle of trying to win more seats onto himself. And I think if there is a displeasure against Vasundhara Raje, the Prime Minister and the BJP is deliberately reducing Vasundhara from the narrative, increasing Prime Minister Narendra Modi into the
Javed,
frame.
you know Vasundhara well. We travelled with her the last weekend on the campaign trail. India Today magazine rates Rajasthan as the best governed big state in the country. Yet the perception around her, the semantics, the optics, just terrible. You know, she hasn't done as badly as the perception that's been built around her.
And this is a baggage she's carried all through her career. It can't be helped that she's from a royal lineage. Plus, this perception has built around her that she's inaccessible. May or may not be true. There is this perception that she's arrogant, that she doesn't have time, she can't get her hands dirty. She's fighting a perception battle from day one, not just this term, even in her first term. And she's been a victim of that. Perhaps she could have done more to address this, but
Shweta, she plays the gender card. You know, I asked her this question. How do you, okay, one second. She's agreeing with that.
I do agree because I think Rajasthan is an extremely patriarchal society and she fights that battle. I was in Rajasthan about 2 months ago and I traveled to some villages. I was talking to some people there and they were like,
no, but if it's so feudal and patriarchal, they wouldn't have voted her with 160 seats to power.
That was Prime Minister Modi.
No, it wasn't. In 2013, Modi did campaign, but Vasundhara Raje won the election for the BJP.
But BJP, there is an anti-incumbency
Modi wasn't even
now.
Prime Minister at the time.
But, okay, so Rajasthan has this history of voting out governments, but I also think that she fights patriarchy very strongly.
No, there is no logic in it.
She's
No,
not,
because it's not a West Bengal and she's not a Mamata.
No, but
she's not, see, she's
no, but
not
Rahul, I asked her this question about her being inaccessible.
She said, I heard that she said
no,
that.
No, but what's her
because
defense? She said that when Bhairav Singh Shekhawat used to shave, he would allow people coming in. So he's wearing like, the Rajasthani version of the lungi and he's got people hanging around him when he's shaving. She says, I can't do that, I need my privacy. No, of course.
Rahul,
but the problem is it just about gender or is there a real
all
issue
women
around
leaders in India have to portray themselves in some form of a relationship, whether it's Didi, whether it's Amma. Who is Vasundhara? Vasundhara is Maharani. She's no one's Didi, no one's Amma, no one's anything, right? So she is royalty. So that immediately puts her on a pedestal. And then Rajasthan is a society where, where women constantly keep themselves under ghungat. It's a fact. You have the lowest female literacy rate there. You have, exactly. So, it's a battle
I don't agree with this, Srijana, for the reason that they wouldn't have voted her to power. They voted her to power with 160 seats. Yeah. So if they didn't like women, and if it was only patriarchy that was determining perception around Vasundhara Raje, she would have never got a chance to be Chief Minister. She's been voted to power handsomely twice over.
No, but I think as a woman leader, she's played the Maharani card very smartly. In fact, it worked for her in the last election. She came in and there was tremendous anti-incumbency in any case in the last election. So she had a fairly smooth ride into Rajasthan. But let's not forget, she's faced trouble from the very start. The whole Lalit Modi expose, for instance, exploded.
No, but all that happened in the previous. All that happened in the first term. No, one second. All that happened in the first term.
Yes.
Lalit Modi happened this term.
No, Lalit Modi happened in the last
It
term.
happened
Lalit
as PM Modi
happened.
came to power.
It happened
Yes.
previously.
She's done great. I think she's done good work. Her schemes have been very carefully planned. Implementation might not be as good. She has her heart in the right place. I sincerely believe that. And I do think, so like I was saying, I was speaking to some people there and their response was that somebody who could not be her husband, how can she be for us? So that fact that she's no longer, but yeah, that's what they said.
You see, there is a huge sense of patriarchy.
there may be
Okay, the
But
Prime
I will
Minister is
say-
speaking.
I will say that
we'll
her
continue
style
this
of
gender
operation-
debate in just a bit. The Prime
That
Minister
gives
is
the
speaking. Let's get into our laptops and start typing away. Let's listen to the Prime Minister.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.